is good.
I want to show you the casket that your father pre-selected.
The cheapest man who ever lived.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2022 comedy drama Raymond and Ray, a film that is written and directed by Rodrigo Garcia, and it stars Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke. Now, they both play brothers. Ewan McGregor is Raymond and Ethan Hawke is Ray, or half-brothers should I say. At the beginning of the film, they meet up after not seeing each other for a number of years, and the reason they meet up is because their father has died, their estranged father. They haven't seen him for a long time. It was an abusive environment that they grew up in. They don't have a lot of love and affection for their father, so they're not even that bothered really that they want to attend the funeral, even certainly Ethan Hawke's character. But they do decide to attend, and they head down there by car to where the funeral is taking place, where they uncover a few family secrets and try their hardest to bury the past. Right. What are my thoughts on Raymond and Ray? Well, I'll be honest, the main reason that I was interested in checking this film out was Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke, two fabulous actors who are very rarely anything but excellent in everything that they do. And the premise of this sounded interesting to me because even though it's dealing with some pretty heavy subject matters, like family drama, death, grieving, all this kind of stuff, what really sold it to me was the fact that it was approaching it with a lighter tone, like a comedic edge to the film, which I thought really helped this film. I'll be honest, if it didn't have that lighter approach to it, I'm not sure it would have been anything like as good. Because, like I say, who really wants to watch a family drama that's dealing with things like that, like death and grief and family relationships and all that kind of stuff, if they're not going to kind of look at it through, a lighter approach. And thankfully this film does it. Now, while it's described as a comedy, this film, it is not what you would describe as, an outrageous comedy or anything like that. The comedy is very subtle. It comes from real life situations, and like just a sentence here and there, or just a word, or just a situation, or something like that, or just the reactions from some of the characters. For example, when Ewan McGregor and Ethan Hawke's character in the lawyer's office, getting read like the will from the dad, and it explains to both of them that the father's last wish was for them to dig the grave. Just the reactions priceless from these two characters, because they don't expect it. They go there expecting to bury their father, and then they basically get roped into by their deceased father to dig the grave. So we learn that this father, was a very manipulative guy, whom everybody else seemed to love. Everybody that they meet who knew their father in this town where he lived, say he was really charismatic, he was lovely, he was such and such and such, and that's not the person they knew. They knew a very manipulative and quite sinister person, who they don't have a lot of love and affection for. So you almost feel bad for them at times in the film that they didn't really get to know him the way other people did, and they're really trying very, very hard to kind of put that behind them, put that past behind them, and kind of move on. And you see them going through that process as the film progresses. Now, there's some other lovely characters in the film as well. There is a character in the film who essentially, I hope I can pronounce her name right. It's Maribel Verdú, who I think she's a French actress. She kind of plays the ex-lover of their father, and there's another child in the picture, and in fact there's a few people turn up they didn't know existed, like this family relations, close family relations they never knew existed. So they're constantly being thrown these curveballs by their father's actions that they had no knowledge of. Like I say, you've got this Lucia character, this French woman who was their father's lover, who takes a bit of a fancy to the Ewan McGregor character Raymond. So you see that blossoming. There's another character that played his nurse, who is played by Sophia Oquendo, Kira, she makes an appearance in the film, turns up at the funeral, and there's a connection between her and Ethan Hawke. So you see, and I hate this word, when everyone uses it on TV shows like X Factor and, The Voice or whatever, or, I'm on a journey. But you do genuinely see these characters going on a journey, the two Raymond and Ray, learning about their father, learning to let bygones be bygones, reconnecting as family, reconnecting as brothers. And it all sounds pretty heavy, doesn't it? And that's just it. It is. At moments in this film, the drama really is very real. The hurt that the characters are feeling is very real. They don't pretend any of that. It's not one of those comedies where, it doesn't allow you to feel emotion or allow you to feel pain and hurt for these characters, because it really does. They feel like very real and genuine characters. But the light approach and the gentle comedy that is sown very carefully throughout the film kind of allows you to enjoy it, and it feels like an easy to watch film. It's one of those middle of the road films that doesn't offend, doesn't necessarily keep you on the edge of your seat by any stretch of the imagination. But if you like to watch good quality movies, if you like, for example, you like watching a lot of action films or horror films, or you're wanting something a little bit different just to cleanse your palate, just to remind yourself, that movies don't have to be all explosions and blood and gore and, all that kind of stuff. There's movies like this out there that exist that are just meant to, entertain and to explore the art of acting and all that kind of stuff. And I think this is a really pleasant film. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be one of these that's going to be memorable. I suspect it's one of these films that will slip under many people's radars because, there's not many people talking about it. But I would strongly suggest you check it out if you get the opportunity. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this review. I will be back with more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.